Hello, can you guys hear me? All right, good stuff. I am hearing an echo on my end. Give me 1 second, y'all. Can you guys hear me? All right, good stuff. I laughed out loud whenever I saw the note come back to the stage. I apologize, you guys. This is my first time using this platform. Gotta love technology. It always gets the best of me. All right, so it was good to see the apparently the elevator music was exciting. I loved the Seinfeld, the meme. Can't ever go wrong with a good Seinfeld. I see Jimmy Fallon. Perfect. All right. So we'll go ahead and get cranking. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today to discuss great ways to build future forward tech teams that can push innovation forward. My name is Amy Kincaid. I am the Field Practice Group Vice President of Technology at Robert Half. I have been with Robert Half for 10 years now, and I meet with leaders across the country and discuss their workforce strategies, emerging technologies, strategic initiatives, whether it's eliminating their technical debt, digital transformation initiatives, and anything in between. So today we're going to be talking about the ever evolving field of technology and what skills and solutions are necessary to drive business in IT transformation. So we'll go ahead and, oh, there's a little graphic too. I'd love to connect with you guys on LinkedIn. And if you have any follow-up questions from today, definitely shoot me a note. All right. So, some of the critical challenges that tech leaders are facing today. Technology is always changing. I'm sure just in the first few minutes that we've been talking, there's already been a new version released of something. So leaders have to move fast to keep up with the advancements, but also the evolving business demands. At the same time, a shortage of highly skilled IT talent threatens to delay or derail strategic priorities, especially for those teams that do have existing skill gaps. What's interesting about this is even if I'm talking to leaders that are budget conscious or apprehensive about the job market, tariffs, whatever the reason may be, they're still investing in tech modernization and are adopting emerging technologies as they prepare for the future. So, something to keep in mind is that many of these companies are recruiting from the same small pool of candidates. In a Robert Half survey, 87% of tech leaders have said that it's challenging to find skilled professionals right now, and close to half of them said that they've missed deadlines because they haven't been able to hire people with the skills that they need. The companies that are having success with hiring right now are the ones that have a consolidated interview process that you can put multiple candidates through at the same time. I'm sure we've all been in situations where we've been interviewing for a position and they want you to go through 7 different interviews. They want you to hula hoop, they want you to balance on a leg. Like it's just ridiculous. The ones that are having success finding the right people do have that consolidated step. So, in order to help leaders create these highly adaptable teams that can support digital transformation initiatives and anything else, Robert Half conducted new research to examine the challenges that you and your peers are facing. So let's dive into some of the urgent priorities. As I'm meeting with folks across the country, these three are the top priorities that are driving the need to close skill gaps and build next generation teams to help their organizations. Reducing technical debt is something I've been hearing about a lot over the last year or so. And when I say technical debt, what I'm referring to is the outdated and suboptimal technology systems that prohibits the ability to move key initiatives forward. So even if companies want to modernize their legacy systems and reduce their technical debt, they can't if they don't have the right skills. And when those teams lack the skills that they need, they often build workarounds just to keep things moving. And over time, those workarounds pile up, and that is technical debt. Closing the skill gaps will help you break that cycle. A recent survey that we did shows that 76% of tech leaders have a skill gaps in their department. And it's no surprise that our research shows that AI, machine learning, and data science are the top areas. Following that is IT operations and support. And think about how that traditional IT support or operations hiring profile has shifted over the last few years, excuse me. Think about our current in modern infrastructure, how much more complex it is. You've got hybrid multi-cloud environments, you've got automation and DevOps that have factored into it, and it's just different. So it's no challenge, it's no surprise that that's a key skill gap as well, followed by cybersecurity, automation, software development, cloud architecture. From despite these challenges, though, tech organizations they continue to move forward. You've got folks that are building, scaling, innovating. So let's break down some of the core tech priorities that leaders are focusing on in 2025. Security, yes, hot topic for everybody. It's not just an IT checkbox anymore. Your dev teams are your first line of defense, and cyber threats are evolving faster than many orgs can respond, with attack surfaces increasing through APIs, microservices, and third party platforms. DevSecOps maturity and privacy engineering are now critical hiring areas and are major bottlenecks when left unfilled. AI, the hot topic of the year, the last 2 years. It's no surprise that's a top priority. AI and automation are reshaping product and platform engineering. So the real impact requires engineers who understand both the tech logic and the business logic. Scaling AI depends on strong ML ops, cloud infrastructure, and cross functional coordination. And embedding AI into existing systems is complex and it's resource intensive. So those skill gaps within ML ops, data engineering, integration, those are some of the major barriers that we're seeing right now to scale. As the use of AI grows, it's no surprise that so does the need for organizations to practice AI governance. We're seeing a rising demand for people who specialize in AI ethics, compliance, and regulatory affairs. And these are the folks that are helping businesses take an ethical, transparent, and responsible approach to developing and deploying AI tools and systems. All right, tech modernization, everybody's favorite phrase. Digital transformation and tech modernization, this goes hand in hand because of legacy tools, systems, and processes that can hinder innovation and efficiency. It's not surprising that this is a continued focus. Sometimes these efforts can take years to complete. I know one of my clients, they were revamping they were doing like a whole legacy app rewrite project, and they had originally allotted 3 years because every business unit was touching it, and it ended up taking longer because they didn't have enough bandwidth for their current team, because think about it, you've got this project, but everyone else, you still got to keep the lights on. You've got all of your other day job that you have to do. So it can be very time consuming, and resource intensive. It's also disruptive. So it's forever balancing the cost of updating systems against the need to meet the business's ongoing operational demands. I'm going to pause there really quick. I just saw a question come through the chat. Yes, able to get the slides. Yes, thank you, Carolyn, for responding. And if you guys have questions too, feel free to throw them in the chat. Happy to answer whatever you guys have. All right. Rounding out the list, we've got cloud initiatives. This also includes enterprise data projects. So cloud remains foundational as companies are growing and scaling their operations. And as you all know, cloud and data, this supports just about every other tech priority like AI, automation, tech mod. So it's a forever balance. So these are the top 5 tech priorities that we're seeing across the country. We walked through the challenges and the priorities that are shaping the tech landscape. So now let's shift to how you can build a next gen tech team. That's a mouthful to say, next gen tech team. This goes just beyond just hiring. It's intentionally shaping a culture and structure that enables innovation, agility, and long-term growth. So foster a learning environment. We talked about how technology is always changing. So continuous learning is crucial. You can't just be like, no, I'm good. I know how to code in this framework, whatever. You have to be staying up to date on emerging tech trends and figure out what's end of life, what should I be shifting to? And a way to foster this type of environment is investing in upskilling and reskilling your current employees. This not only closes skill gaps, but also demonstrates your commitment to your employees' career growth. So encourage them to get certifications if it's applicable to whatever their functional role is. Encourage them to attend webinars. Share the key takeaways. What did they find out? What did they learn? Implement mentorships and reverse mentorships to foster a multi-generational knowledge exchange. And talk about this in the interview process. I promise y'all, this is what people are more interested in hearing about. Their professional development, what's next for them, not necessarily the free snacks or the ping pong table or any other cool perks. That's just honest. That's being in the industry for 10 plus years, talking to both hiring managers but also job seekers about what some of their drivers are and what they're looking for in their next opportunity. I'm curious too, if you guys want to put in the chat, what are some of the perks, or what are some of the things that you're looking for in if in your next company, or in order to stay with your current company, what are some of the things that you're looking for? I'm always curious to hear what everybody's saying. Time to learn, work-life balance. Yes, it's so important. Work-life balance. I've got 3 kids under the age of 5. So yes, that work-life balance is so important. So encourage experimentation, cross-departmental collaboration. This spurs innovation. Have your team partner with other departments. It's going to expose them to different functions and roles. And also recruit for potential, not just experience. This is one of the biggest pieces of advice I give to hiring managers. Have y'all looked line by line at some of these job descriptions? There is no way that every candidate is going to check every box. And a way that you can work around the shortage of skilled talent is to hire high potential candidates. Look beyond the traditional requirements and prioritize candidates who are fast learners and have some of the other intangibles. I think of some of the advice I was just giving a CTO that I work with. His daughter is about to graduate from college, and he was like, look, she doesn't want to listen to me. I'm her dad. Will you talk to her and just give her some advice? And one of the things that she was saying is all of these job descriptions have They'd say 2+ years of experience. I'm just graduating. Like, how am I supposed to get a job? And at the end of the day, you just need somebody that's going to take a chance on what you bring to the table more than just written words on resume. We're all in technology. We're not professional resume writers. So you just need to be able to have that dialogue. So I encourage you to keep that in mind if you are in a hiring capacity. Just figure out what are some of the key intangibles that you're looking for, and don't get caught up in checking off every single box. Sorry, I went on my little soapbox. If you can't tell, I'm very passionate about that topic. All right, another step too: adopt an adaptive and flexible talent model. Most companies are using contract talent to stay flexible and fill skill gaps quickly. It is a cost-effective way to get experts when you need them without the long-term commitments. Right now, we're hearing from a lot of managers that they're being asked to do more with less. No surprise. But they're relying on contractors to help keep the lights on, especially this time of year. You've got employees that are taking well-deserved PTO for summer vacations, or just different procedures, whatever. They need people just to help keep the lights on. We've had a big uptick in requests for like end user support, IT ops. A lot of companies you're approaching your Windows 10 end of life coming up in October, so companies are migrating over to Windows 11. You've got the need for network admins, network engineers. Summer is usually a big time of year to do these type of projects. And in our survey, 65% of tech leaders say that they're relying more on contract professionals, and 73% plan to spend more on tech consulting. Elizabeth, I just saw in your chat, what a great soapbox. Yes, I am forever going to be the bridge between realistic job descriptions and what people are looking for. And I have the unique opportunity to get to talk to a lot of both candidates and hiring managers. And I'm like, you guys, just let me be the matchmaker. I know you guys are going to like each other. So it's always it's always interesting. All right. So the value of using the value, I love these memes, you guys. These are great. The value of using contractors. We asked more than 250 technology leaders what they think the greatest value in using contract professionals is. And there's no surprise, the top value is access to specialized skills or expertise, especially if they are embarking on a larger initiative. Nearly every leader I speak with recently is involved in some kind of ERP implementation or customization. If you want to actually, I'm curious too, like of the people, if y'all are embarking on some sort of ERP journey, whether it's selecting a new ERP, customizing existing one, adding on different features, go ahead and put like a funny meme or something in the chat. I'm curious. We've seen a noticeable uptick in request for consultants with specialized ERP experience for customization work, since many have only used the system out of the box in the past. So, okay, yeah, I see some meets at new project loading. I like it. The cotton candy one, you guys, that's probably one of my favorite memes, y'all. I swear that is my middle child. When he gets cotton candy, he literally looks exactly that face. I love it. It always brings a smile. All right, good stuff. So these are where folks are seeing a lot of the value. So future ready implies being prepared for what's next, but also what next gen tech teams do so well is this goes beyond readiness. They're shaping and accelerating change. Next gen tech teams are faster. They are more adaptable. They're better at handling change. They bring fresh ideas and take smart risks to help the business stay competitive. These teams are the ones that are connecting what they're doing in technology. Sometimes other business students, they're like, oh, that's tech. I have no idea what they're doing. These next gen teams are taking what they're doing and making it applicable to real business goals and making sure that these projects deliver value. Building this kind of team takes more than just hiring. It requires planning ahead, investing in ongoing learning, So I encourage everybody on this call, if you're able, try to be one of those organizations that invest in employee retention and upskilling. I would just like scrolling up some of the comments that you guys put in the chat of what you would be looking for: collaboration with colleagues, work-life balance, flexibility, interesting projects. Like this is all important. And using these flexible talent models, this can allow companies meet the current needs of the business and prepare for what's next. So, as we wrap up, these are some of the key takeaways that I want y'all to walk away with. The big tech priorities right now for this year are security, AI governance, tech modernization, and cloud. These different categories are so critical to innovation, managing risk, and ultimately staying competitive. Regarding talent gaps or skill gaps, think about on your team. If you've got your dev team and you're like, okay, look, we are absolute rock stars. Anything middle tier, back end, where we kind of lack is some of like the new like cutting edge or bleeding edge like front end libraries or frameworks. Even it's important to kind of take a look in the mirror. Hey, where are our strengths? Where are weaknesses? Where our talent gaps are? So even the best strategy can stall without the right people in place. And skill gaps in areas like AI, cloud, cybersecurity, these are slowing down timelines. So it's time we need to kind of take a look in the mirror and figure out what can I put in place now to make sure we're set up for success for the rest of 2025 and going into 2026. I feel like it's crazy. It's already June. We're gonna blink and it's gonna be time for the holidays and end of year. Um, Next gen tech teams. This means building the kind of team that can actually deliver on these priorities. And this requires more than just the technical skills that we talked about. You need people who can think strategically, who can adapt quickly, and to drive value. And on the theme of upskilling, if there's one message to take home, the way that you build and manage talent is your competitive advantage. I'll say it again for those in the back that maybe didn't hear. The way that you build and manage talent is your competitive advantage. So whether it's reskilling, hiring for potential, leveraging contract talent, you need a fluid, future-facing workforce model. I'm going to share the next slide. This has a ton of resources for tech leaders. These resources will help you bridge the technology skills gap at your organization. These are all included in our 2025 Building Future Forward Tech Report. Take a peek to the Robert Half Salary Guide. You can get additional insight there. This has the 2025 data. Keep an eye out for the 2026 one in October. If you haven't taken a peek at the Robert Half Salary Guide, y'all, I know it may sound self-serving just because I've been with this company for a decade. It's a great resource. It has helped some of my clients get raises for themselves, for folks on the team. It's good to know. You can put in the local variance and it'll do the math for you. Hey, based on if you're located in Raleigh, North Carolina, wherever, it'll show you what the local salaries are. It's important to keep that in mind too, because you never want to price your way out of a new opportunity. So the salary guide's a great resource. So go ahead, take a picture, scan it. If you're looking for a specific thought leadership piece and you don't see it on one of these resources, shoot me a note. I'm happy to provide anything I can. Alrighty, so that brings us at our time. We do have a couple minutes. I can pause if anybody has any questions. Go ahead and throw them in the chat. I don't know if you guys have the ability to take yourself off mute. Feel free to shout them out if you're able to. Go back to the previous resource slide. Of course, Austin, since you asked so politely. There's the resources. Awesome. Anything else? I appreciate you all for your time today. I know I said it at the beginning. I'd love to connect on LinkedIn. Let me know if you can, if you'd like to learn more about how Robert Half can assist you, in whether it's in your personal job search, if you're looking to hire folks on the team, however I can, I will. Write your quote about the way you build your team. Yes. The way you build and manage talent is your competitive advantage. Perfect. Oh, there you go. Tori's taking notes. I like it. All right. I'm going to drop my email in the chat too. Amy.Kincaid, roberthalf.com. All right, perfect. I dropped my email in the chat. Would love to hear from you guys on LinkedIn. Let's connect. Let me know if this is valuable, if there's anything you else need, that you guys need from me. Other than that, I hope y'all have a great day and enjoy the rest of the sessions as you're attending. Cheers. Take care, y'all.